The usual load of shite talk filled Gerard's living room. Gerard, tall and okay-looking, was perched on the edge of the couch, controller clutched in his hand. Opposite him, Patty, a mountain of muscle packed into an oversized one-piece t-shirt, roared with laughter. "Get wrecked, you gay queer," Patty bellowed, as his character in Fortnite eliminated an unsuspecting opponent. "Go back to fucking FIFA." Gerard chuckled, taking a swig of Smirnoff Ice. "Easy there, Patty. Save some kills for the rest of us. We're trying to break our high score here." Suddenly, the room vibrated, the PlayStation screen flickering wildly. A blinding light engulfed them, the familiar sounds of gunfire replaced by a deafening hum. When they could see again, the living room was gone. They were falling into a pixelated island, the Fortnite world unfolding around them in horrifying detail. "Ah!" Patty roared, his eyes wide with panic. "What the actual fuck is going on?" Gerard, ever the pragmatist, surveyed the scene. "Looks like we're actually in the game, Patty. Like for real." "But how? And why? And what about the fucking Smirnoff?" "Right now, Patty, I reckon the Smirnoff's the least of our worries. Remember the rules. Last man standing wins, and we need to win to get back home." Their gaming skills, honed through countless hours of late-night sessions, translated surprisingly well to the real world. They moved with a practiced ease, scavenging weapons and flossing. They were a force to be reckoned with, dismantling anyone foolish enough to cross their path. Then they stumbled upon a firefight near Pleasant Park. A lone figure, clearly outmatched by a squad of 3, was desperately trying to hold her ground. Without hesitation, Gerard, instinctively aiming with the practiced precision he used in the game, quick-scoped 2 of the attackers with 1 bullet and slammed the 3rd one into the floor. The figure, a gorgeous girl with bright green hair named Gwen, looked at them with grateful eyes. "Thanks," she said, her voice laced with relief. "You saved my life." From that moment on, Gwen joined their unlikely alliance. Gerard found himself drawn to her quick wit and mysterious vibe. They shared stories, laughed, and played Selena Gomez together. Feelings began to blossom, a connection forged in the crucible of their virtual reality. Patty, however, remained wary. He trusted his gut, and something about Gwen felt off. "Gerard, listen to me," he warned one evening as they camped out in a deserted house. "There can only be 2 winners, remember? Don't get too attached." "I'll be Grand Brev. You see how peng she is?" said Gerard. After a bit of walking, their journey brought them face to face with an old friend, John Bergen. John, once a gaming buddy, had let the obsession consume him. Now, overweight with a receding hairline, he led a group of ruthless players, determined to be the sole victor. "Not these gimps," John sneered, his voice dripping with malice. "Look what the cat dragged in. Gerard and Patty. And who's the little green-haired tramp, huh?" "The fuck did you say, you fat cunt?" said Gerard. "Time for some carnage," yelled Patty. Their encounter escalated into a brutal fight. Gerard and Patty fought with a ferocity born of desperation, protecting Gwen and putting down 16 of John's goons. They eventually managed to escape, but the encounter left them with a bitter taste in their mouths and low health. Later in Wailing Woods, Gerard and Gwen shared a moment. The adrenaline was still pumping from the scrap. They shifted each other, lost in the heat of the moment. "I'm so glad I met you," said Gwen. "Thanks," muttered Gerard as he hit his boner with a medkit. As night fell, the final showdown loomed. John and his remaining followers were approaching Tilted. "This is the real match," said Patty. As they prepared for the final battle, Gerard made a shocking discovery. He found an old, discarded photograph in Gwen's inventory. The photo showed a man named Sean Walsh. Gerard confronted her, his voice laced with fury and betrayal. "What the fuck is this? Are you riding Sean?" "Oh, she didn't tell you?" John shouted from across the road, followed by a gay laugh. "She ain't riding Sean, you handicap cunt." "She is, Sean." "Oh no," said Patty. Sean's disguise shattered as he confessed. He was indeed working with John, using deception to gain an advantage. Gerard felt sick, not just from the betrayal, but from the realization that he got a boner after shifting him. "You fucking snake!" Gerard screamed. "You gay cunt!" shouted John, followed by another gay laugh. "You're fucking dead, John!" Gerard shouted in a rage, wiping away a tear. The betrayal fueled Gerard's rage. But as they were distracted, Sean fired a shot aimed at Patty and ran. "Patty!" Gerard shouted and instinctively jumped in front of the bullet, taking the hit. Patty, witnessing his friend fall, went berserk. "No!" Patty screamed. His grief erupted into a brutal rage. He charged at John and his goons, his fists a blur of fury. He beat the shit into the goons one by one, breaking jaws and snapping bones. No guns needed. He finally got to John and punched him through 4 walls of a nearby building, the structure collapsing around them in a cloud of dust and debris. John was hurt, his obese figure crushed beneath the rubble. "That forehead's getting caved in, you scumbag cunt!" Patty shouted, walking over to John. Suddenly, a trap struck Patty from above, knocking him to his knees. He. John laughed as he stood up over Patty. "I'm Xinksly, you gimps," points a revolver at Patty's head. "I'm the goat." "What the fuck? Why aren't I dead?" Patty whispers. He looks up to see John's corpse lying on the ground with a bullet hole through his heart. "But who?" he thought. He turns around to see Sean with a gun and a saddened expression on his face. "But I thought you were with him." "Why?" Patty said to him. "He had my mom captured. I had no choice. They were going to kick her head in if I didn't do what they said." He put the gun to his own head. "Tell Gerard I'm sorry and that he a lit kisser." With everyone dead, the game flickered. The pixelated world dissolved, and they were back in Gerard's living room. "Gerard, are you all right?" Patty asked, his voice trembling with relief and concern. "I'll live," Gerard groaned, clutching his chest. "But I'll never look at a green-haired girl the same way again." They knew they couldn't let John get away with this. They owed it to themselves and to the sanity of the universe. They found John's address and paid him a visit. Under the cover of darkness, they snuck into his house and with a swift and brutal efficiency, they decapitated him and fed his dog chocolate. The next day, the news was filled with reports of their gruesome death. The boys decided to give Fortnite a break and play Overwatch from now on.